She spoke of me a month ago.
What up, this is Solo Traveler ORD, back with another video review. And with this review, at times, a lot of times we talk about telling men to get their passports and to, seek out foreign lands and go enjoy themselves, enjoy the culture, and to, enjoy and look for women as well. Well, one thing that we do got to talk about, which I've talked about in the past several times, is about safety. It's been a while since I've actually made a video about safety, and I think it's about time for me to create one because a lot of people are getting drugged, a lot of people are getting robbed and things of that nature, and it is very important for men to, and women of course as well, to stay on their P's and Q's so that whenever we go to these different countries that we don't get got. That's very important. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into these videos. We're gonna see what's going on. But before we get into them, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell while you are here, because I would deeply, deeply appreciate it. So let's go jump into these videos. So this first one is about TSA issuing a warning about airport Wi-Fi.
Not only am I an attorney, I also have played one on TV. Here with the latest consumer scam tips. The TSA has issued an official report about using charging stations and airport Wi-Fi. Here's what they said. And trust me, if the TSA has issued an official report, that means something bad has happened. That means the problem is widespread. So here's what they say. Use your own charging port. Try not to directly plug into some of those charging stations at the airport. They have been corrupted by bad actors, and people are accessing and stealing your information. They also say if you're using the airport Wi-Fi, which is fine, but don't use it to transmit personal information, banking information, social security, credit card information, things along that line. And again, if the TSA has issued an official report, that means the thing is pretty widespread. It's pretty bad.
It's true.
So tell them you heard about it at Consumer Hero. Share the message with your friends and family.
Yeah, brothers, be very careful as you guys are connecting in, especially these different airports. As like he said, one of the biggest things I see is a lot of people use a data port whenever they plug charge with their phone into those devices, the USB. So that's what, for me, whenever I do go to the airport, whenever I'm there and charging up my phone, I always use the actual plug, the socket. I don't use the actual data cord that plugs into a USB or something like that, because that right there is how they could steal your information. Because remember, most of these phones, most of these chargers have data ports or whatever, and as you may know, as you connect it to your computer, you see that it will ask if you will allow it or not. And I'm sure they're gonna run a script that will always run every minute to see if something's connected to it, and will allow it and can start going through all your information and so forth. So that's why very critical, as he was stating that you can actually get caught up with that. You always got to be careful with plugging into different places, especially with Wi-Fi. Always get you a VPN connector. A VPN software. That's what I use whenever I travel, going to these different countries. The VPN software, I believe I pay about $5 or $7 a month for it. They just automatically take it out every month, because I know that since I travel so much every month, I'm in a different country or just back in Cuba or whatever, and I need to use that VPN. So it is what it is. And thing about it is that it will help you protect your data, all your information, because it hides you. It creates a secure IPsec tunnel to wherever you're going to, so that those bad actors cannot, jump into your phone and steal your data whenever you're on Wi-Fi. So, but yeah, be on the lookout, watch out while you're traveling. So with this video, be careful what goes on. So these people were out here, I believe this is in Brazil, and they were out there, working as a tandem, as a team, stealing credit card information. So before we even start the video, you can already see the lady talking to the guy on his right, and you see the other lady right behind him with a credit card scanner machine. So you got to watch out for this, for people that would distract you while you're walking, that they will try to have someone walk up behind you. So let's roll the tape. See how he's distracted and she just walked by him. And of course, to him, if he even noticed her, he's like, oh, well, that's a pretty lady, coming up to me, not thinking nothing of it. She's a little big on my scale, but, you just never know. Some brothers that travel, they're like, I'm big. See, the first girl he was talking to, that's more of my liking. And I'm searching for the next victim. Probably asking for directions or something, and then that's how they get them. Wow, right out in the open. Oh, look at it, you see the receipt popped out. Yeah, be careful out there, brothers. You definitely want to be careful as you guys are traveling, especially in these busy spaces. Don't get caught up by a cute, pretty face and a fat ass, because that has always been the destruction of man, no matter what. All right, so here's another video. This is, of course, from my favorite city, Medellin, Colombia, and this is another person that got scoped. So check out the surveillance camera and what happened. So that's the girl. And look at the time, 1958. So that's 7. Yep, 7:58 p.m. They finally walked in. And excuse me as I'm going through each video, because it's like 4 clips that was cut up. And now you see it's 12:31, 12 a.m. But at 1 a.m. they cleaning him out. Working together as a team. Damn, you would took the luggage. Be careful out there, brothers. That's all I gotta say. Be careful, because you think you might have you a nice one coming with you to your apartment, your Airbnb or whatever, and this right here is what can happen. So be very careful. So with this video, this guy, he actually found the woman that drugged him. Let's see what happened.
She scoped me a month ago. Stole everything. Money. Everything, right? Ella scoped me un mes. Sí. Ella. Bravo. Who can translate? Who can translate? Who can translate? She stole everything from me. And she scoped me. I woke up 2 days later. I woke up 2 days later. I already talked to a detective. Sí, bravo.
What she do to you?
Okay, 1 month ago, I met her on Bumble.
Yo la encontré en una aplicación de
Bumble. And then I took her back to my apartment, and she scoped me in a drink. She stole my computer, my phone, all, todos moneda, or dinero. And then I woke up 20 hours later, and I'm lucky to be alive.
I actually got scoped and drugged in Cali.
Oh wow. Yeah, I met her here. She met me actually right over here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and
How long ago was
the
that?
detective told me that I'm lucky to be alive.
How long ago was
There's
that?
been 40 Americans dead.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be alive. I only took a tiny sip because she held my mouth and she poured it, and I got a little bit in my mouth. It's her. It is her, 100%.
Like attempted murder, really.
Yeah.
There's like so many guys are dying.
It's her 100%. I got photos of her. We got her on the security camera and everything. And there's a big detective that's been trying to get her because he thinks she's responsible for a couple
Do you have
deaths.
the physical reference
A
number?
detective thinks that she's responsible for a few deaths on Americans.
I mean, I think this is someone we've been looking at as well. This
Yeah.
is a girl, it's been floating around all the Facebook
It's her.
groups. Yeah, she's got a fake ID.
It's her.
Sure.
100%. 100%.
Oh shit.
I'm sober. I haven't had a drop to drink tonight. She scoping me. She put it in my drink, and I woke up like 15 hours later. Stole my computer.
The police,
No, I'm by myself.
You should to make the notice with her, to her.
What?
You should make the notice. The notice.
What is the notice?
You already did it?
What?
Notice did it?
Oh yeah. A detective is looking for
You
her.
already have-
I filed a police report.
Man, at least he was able to catch this one. That's sad, the whole situation. But you can see, that stuff you don't want to mess with. You can easily die because there's been 40 deaths or even more now at this point of tourists getting drugged with this drug. And it's sad to see that that he had to go through this ordeal and to have to. And now he's back again. Not to laugh at the whole ordeal, but he's back again. But at least he caught her. He found the woman that did it to him, which is so messed up. So hey, brothers, be out there. You got to be careful. Meeting these women on apps, that's the number one thing you don't do. Colombia is not like United States. You don't meet women on apps. Only bad actors are on apps like Bumble, and I forgot the other app that people like to use, whatever. For dating and hookups and everything. You have to meet them, organically. A lot of people know a lot of these girls through Facebook. That's really one of the best ways. I'm not saying it's the safest, but it's better than going through these apps and trying to find women, and especially at the park. You're gonna get got at the park as well. So brothers, be safe out there. Like I said, this is my safety announcement, so you guys will know, hey, stay in your P's and Q's. This is Solo Travel.org. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.